Hey everyone, this is Sundar, one of the founders here at Mozart, and here's a quick tutorial on how to use clips and the arrangement view. Let's get into it. So when you load in to Mozart, this is the default template project with three clips: melody, chords, and bass. Here are some clip operations that you can perform. First, you can click on an empty track or an empty space to add a new clip. So you just need to left click. And this will add a default clip in a specific track. For a new track, you can click anywhere to add a clip. If you'd like to make more tracks, press the add track and you can create a new clip. Now, if you'd like to edit the MIDI for these clips, you must double click on each of these clips. So if I want to edit melody, I just double click and it opens up my clip editor. In the clip editor, as you would in a regular DAW, you can create notes by left clicking, delete notes by right clicking and dragging, or you can select notes with command or control and dragging. So that selects all notes. You can perform basic operations like copy and paste just as you would in every software. We have a lot of tools here, so you're also able to slice notes, paint notes. For instance, you can do something like that. You can play notes that you want to select. You can mute individual notes and more. Everything that you would expect from a piano roll in a professional DAW is built right into Mozart. To exit this view, you can click on the X and that'll exit this arrangement view. You can move clips around with left click and drag, either horizontally or vertically. It's worth noting that moving clips vertically will change the instrument that is selected for that specific row. So in this case, for track 2, melody will now play the instrument selected with track 2. You can also perform batch operations for these clips by either clicking on the select tool or command, dragging, or control on Windows. Now all three clips are selected and you can move them around as you would freely. You're also able to delete clips either by right click on the clip, or we can undo that. Or if you want to delete in batch, you can select them with command or with the select tool and press the delete key. And the undo should restore it. You can also mute individual clips by clicking on them with the mute tool. Or alternatively, you can mute tracks completely by clicking on the M in front of the track here. If you'd like a single track to play, you can click the solo button and that'll play just a single track. And removing the solo button will make sure all the other tracks play. You can adjust the volume of the clips of each row over here by dragging this slider, and you can assign each row to a mixer channel with this drop down here. So if I want it to be on slot 5, I can say 5. And now, as you can see, the chords are now on slot 5. You can open the plugin for a given row by clicking on this piano button here. This loads our in-house plugin called Sonic Vault, and you can see here that we have presets, and in this case, synth bass is selected. And you can use the keyboard to press and play notes. So if I press A, S, D, F, G, it plays relevant notes. So it maps it to MIDI. If you'd like to change to drums, you would click here from synth and click on drums, and then press the piano tool again to open the drum machine. We have multiple presets, so feel free to play around. The next important bit for clips is to learn how to perform command, duplicate and copy paste actions. If you'd like to duplicate a clip, you can press Command C and Command V. You can also just press Command D to duplicate the clip, and this can keep going. You can slice clips and duplicate them as you'd wish to. If you'd like more fine-grained editing controls, you can zoom in by pinching, and you can see that the lines are now expanding. So we have very, very fine-grained control. So now it'll move in these lines. So it always auto snaps, and you can edit with extremely high precision. And when you zoom out, it sets the lines back to line and cell. Everything we've seen so far is MIDI clips, and we have another type of clip called audio clip. So let's drag a generated sample from the past. So this is a nice guitar loop. So if I can perform multiple operations on this audio clip just as I would with a MIDI clip. So I can move this around, move it down, up, mute, solo, change its volume, and more. But we actually have more for more advanced producers. So you can increase the gain of this clip. You can see the waveform's amplitude is increasing as I turn this knob up. If I press play now, so that's a lot louder. You can add fade in, fade out. You can see the waveform gradually move as I add fade in, fade out. You can change the pitch if you like with this knob in semitones. You can stretch the sample if you think it's off beat, and you can reverse the audio. So if you'd like a reverse of this loop, you can enable that. Let's see how that sounds. So this can be a cool trick to add reverbs or pre-drop fills. If you believe the sample is off beat, so it's not matching your BPM, you can press sync to project tempo and we should be able to handle that. The final type of clip is what we call an automation clip, and this is for very advanced users. If you'd like to manipulate certain things based on time values, you can create automation clips with this button here. When you click this button, you can see every automatable parameter. And let's say I want to automate the master volume. I can click on this automation clip, drag it down, and now this can be edited with double click as you would edit every clip. So let's maybe make this one, give it a little bit of a twist, and let's check it out. So we can see that now the song was getting louder with that automation clip. We can add automations for various different things as you would in a regular DAW. And you can actually use the agent, which we'll cover in another tutorial, to do automations for you. Thanks for watching and hope this was helpful.